Fuck your bitch.
Bring this in. Welcome back to another episode of the Payday Off podcast. All right. I got my compadres here with us. All right. This is actually really not even like another episode right now. This is actually like, how we touched on the Gunna case. Last week, we actually got to touch on this Tory Lanez verdict ASAP.
Emergency pod. We should call it that low key from now on.
It's actually probably
like
good
a short
idea.
segment.
Like an emergency pod?
Have like a siren.
Low key.
Corny or no?
No, that's not corny.
What
Maybe
is
it's a little corny. That low key makes sense though. That's kind of fire. But yeah, but we here because as y'all know, if you don't know, all right, your boy Tory Lanez is down bad right now, and it's kind of fucked up. I just realized, bro, right before Christmas, bro, imagine that.
I think that was kind of planned, to be honest.
You think so?
We'll go into that more.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed.
So right before Christmas, man, just yesterday, it looks like
It's yesterday?
It's been a long-winded. It's yesterday. Yeah.
I feel like it's been so much time in between. Like I'm just
Been
look,
a
bro. Literally,
whole-
I'm
Nah,
so
bro.
20-some plus
Well,
hours.
it's been what I was trying to say. It's been a long-winded, process as far as this case goes, bro. This shit happened in 2020, but as far as the actual, trial and case and everything like that, I mean, I think it's been like a couple months now. But either way, though, pretty much it looks like now Tory is convicted guilty on all 3 charges. Not 1, not 2, but 3 charges, my nigga. Okay, let me see what it is. It said for charged with assault with a firearm, negligent discharge of a firearm, and possessing a concealed and unregistered firearm in a vehicle. So they saying my nigga facing about 22 years right now. So
hold up.
we here.
Let me dive in on that.
Yeah.
So it was his gun
We don't know that. I don't think so.
I don't know.
because the whole time I'm like, whose gun was it?
It's a good question, but that's one of those mysteries that we just don't know. I don't think we'll ever know.
It wasn't registered, so they don't know whose gun it is.
I have no clue who's gonna.
One of the mysteries, man.
They
What kind of
pin it-
gun
it's
was
like
it?
it's like
Do they say what kind of gun was it?
from what I've seen from watching academics pointed out and they was talking about it and they pulled up the gun. It's like this little small ass. It's not even a 9mm, bro. The shit's about like this big in your
Wasn't
hand.
it like blue or some
no,
shit?
it's lime green.
Yeah.
Nigga, but the gun's so small, bro. It fit in the palm of your hand. It's
That-
a whole female gun,
See,
bro.
that was the shit that was weird to me. Because
I'm
it's like a
suspicious.
female. It was like a female. When I heard about that, I was like,
I'm
is that some shit he would? Is that some shit he would carry?
That
And
raises
then,
more.
not to mention, a very key thing in the case that I think we all heard a couple of days ago is that his DNA was not on the gun.
Well.
That's another mystery, man.
well,
Bruh.
inconclusive means they don't know whose DNA is on the gun. They have no clue.
Honestly, how can you say that I shot a nigga if my DNA was not on the gun?
This nigga filming.
Come on, bro. Don't expose me like that.
That's facts though.
Hey, and I ain't got no gunpowder on me.
No. He had a little bit, but Kelsey had more.
But the thing is, where was the seating in that vehicle?
From what I've heard, which it's still uncertain. I know there's 3 rows because it's a Suburban, or it's either a Suburban or a Tahoe. I don't know what it is, something like that. But it has 3 rows. Tory's in the middle. I think Tory's in the
it's a Tahoe?
back, or Tory's in the middle.
Back rear, like behind the driver.
So Tory, so Meg's in the front seat next to the driver. Tory's right behind her, and then Kelsey's behind him, which means, and then this is where, bro, I'm telling you, this case is so fucked because the hairstylist of Meg said, "Yo, I saw Kelsey pack her bag that night, and she put a handgun, a mace, and then
I didn't know that.
bro, she put these things in her bag. Then the hairstylist said, I put the bag in the back of Tory's car that night before they all went out, which still doesn't make sense because I thought Tory went separately, but still, the bag was in the back of Tory's car that night. But when they pulled over the car, guess where the bag wasn't at? Wasn't in the back of the car
So
anymore.
now, so we're knowing all that information and the fact that this nigga is still convicted guilty. He's still convicted.
Let my people go.
I mean, what y'all really think? T had a lot to say there, so I'm gonna let him go ahead and I actually really want to know what
Talk
this
to
nigga had
him.
to say about this shit because he was kind of chirping a little bit, but I told him to save it.
Preach,
All right,
please.
so I want to know
I'm so disappointed.
what's the real thoughts.
I was gonna say this till the end, but first, just on a whole nother kind of topic about this case. If you think about why, I'll kind of have to honestly give him an L in the first part of this. It's only solely because if you just think how this whole thing happened, how trajectory of his career, and how he was just kind of just doing this thing at the top, and then for it to be ruined just by one night just because of bitches. Let me keep on going. If you think about how he was moving, bro. Okay, so we know that he was first. I think he was first fucking either Megan or Kelsey.
His fucking Kelsey first.
Kelsey first, then Megan. So you're fucking 2 girls, and then you're bringing them to a fucking party.
friends.
No, he was invited.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
He was
no,
I feel you. He was invited to Kylie Jenner's party.
Right.
Then he was trying to fuck Kylie because apparently they were flirting at one point.
Yeah.
Hell
So
yeah.
you got all hoes in one. Just hear me out. Like no, not
I'm
funny.
feeling you.
Imagine a girl you fucked.
Pause.
How's that? A girl you fucked. How's that pause?
I said I'm feeling you.
I didn't hear that part. Nigga ain't much, but no. Imagine a girl you fucked and another girl you fucked some days ago, whatever.
2 bitches you fucked, and then you
Bringing
trying
them
to get
together
at
when they don't know that you fucked them both, and then you're bringing them under the same vicinity, and then fucking bring them to some girl, and then you start like trying to get with that girl. Like, we're
Yeah.
throwing the party.
My nigga was wild. He was off the Henny that night. Boy.
Main point,
Yeah.
niggas was just moving crazy to where you're this damn near A-list celebrity.
probably B or C, but go ahead.
I was trying to be nice.
Nah, that nigga
You was
A-list.
trying to be nice though.
Nah, if
No,
That
you're
nigga
right.
A-list.
if J. Cole got a
He
song
definitely
talking
not
about
A-list. You-
back to Better Me before I was a B-list celebrity, what is Tory Lanez right now?
You know, Tory Lanez
All right,
is
go
definitely
ahead.
not an A-list.
No, actually, yeah, cut
Go
that
ahead.
out. I was just trying to be nice. No, you're right. B-list celebrity. But basically, what I'm trying to say, nigga was moving crazy. Like, I guess, like, I know you're trying to you're just wilding out, like, living this LA crazy party lifestyle, and then the shit, you just get way too drunk. Shit happens like that. But in the end, I just feel like you're moving crazy.
That is
And
kind of
then-
wild to have
LA Confidential.
3 bitches, 2 of them that you already fucked with,
recipe.
and then another
Best
one.
friends at that. That's first of all,
and
that's
you
a
got them
W.
all in the same crib.
Recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
First of all, you fucking best friends. That's a W.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but if you want to put them all in the same
Yeah,
area,
fire, but-
now you want to put both of them together, and then on top of that, add a third one to it. This whole situation is flawed.
Okay, first of all, this
That's what I thought about, like, just looking at all this shit. And you're gonna ruin that over this one night, your whole career. Like, that's where I'm like low key an L. But
it just shows you how precious life is, bro. Like,
yeah.
So that
and I'm pretty
get
sure
deeper
all them
about it.
niggas was drinking that night,
Of course.
There were
But it's like
accent. There was like multiple bottles. Like everybody damn had a bottle.
this whole situation just makes me not want to fuck with black chicks, bro.
So I've heard, from
damn.
what I
That's some other
that
shit.
is wild because I'm not gonna blame this on a race of anybody of any kind. All I'm gonna say is that I've heard from what you hear in the, in the news is that Meg likes to drink and she likes to get wild. Of
course.
Clearly, her and Tory had a
Stallion.
little thing going on. I guess I'm just curious. I'm like, why were they even all together? Like, why were they even all together in the first place? Did he know? Did she know that they were already?
know
like,
what?
Did she already know that he was trying to fuck?
Yes,
with,
she knew.
Like, was that all?
That's why
like,
she got mad and was like, "Let's go" type
saying?
shit.
Supposedly, what
Allegedly.
he said in court was, I just saw this on academics, is somebody said that whatever Kelsey wants, which is the best friend of Meg Thee Stallion, Kelsey fucked the baby, and then Meg wanted to fuck the baby. And then it was like somewhere in between there, I don't know what the order was, but it was like, I fucked Kelsey, and then it's like, after that, you wanted to fuck me. So it was like, so basically it was kind of like whatever Kelsey wanted, Meg Thee Stallion wanted. Somebody
on
said
some
that
shit
in
like
court,
that?
but
Maybe that is what it is.
So that probably
I ain't gonna lie,
fueled-
Kelsey looks way better than Meg. Like, don't get me wrong,
Kelsey
Meg got
fine
the
as
body,
hell.
but that face is just so you're fucking.
That probably fueled the
distant
fighting
aunt.
even
Like,
more. Honestly,
Yeah.
them arguing over that shit.
Yeah, that's the L. But hey, low key shout out to Tory because he was.
No W
Nigga was
for
wild.
that, but like,
Nigga
is it
was-
really W?
bro,
in the
nigga
end?
was
Nah,
fucking-
it's
the end
W in the
result.
end. It's
Bro,
W in the
nigga
L.
was fucking best friends,
Yes,
bro.
all right.
It's a W at the end of the day, regardless.
was
If you look
fucking
at it from
best
At the end of the day,
I was at a
from
W.
from that aspect of what you're talking about, fucking 2 friends, that's a W regardless.
Well, of
We
course.
talking about
That's what I'm talking about.
5'7" and up bitches. We ain't talking about no little 5'2" bitches. We talking about grown ass niggas. I'm
Okay.
talking about grown ass niggas. Grown ass bitches.
All right.
We talking about grown ass bitches,
Five
man.
teachers, okay, but listen,
5'7" and
though,
up.
You talk, but also remember, we
bitches.
talking about a nigga who's 5'7" himself.
Bro, I don't even know if he's that.
All right, fact. So
I think he is like 5'6", 5'7".
a little
I don't
itty,
even know if he's that.
itty bitty ass nigga.
Yeah, he's probably like a little Mayweather.
No,
you
that's
know what I
fire.
mean? Lil Wayne ass.
Yeah,
nigga.
so I ain't
even-
mad at it. But
You saw the
listen,
picture where he was behind her like this? That nigga was so small back there.
You seen the sway freestyle where he was like
He
was
had to
like
stand
rap like
up?
this, and then he stood up. He was like,
The nigga
still like-
was the same height.
like
Oh my god.
Facts. But anyway, so just wrapping it right back to to the case. So 22 years. So now I guess the real question is the verdict comes out next month. I guess they said January
27th.
27th.
Yes.
All right. I'm sorry.
Precise
Thank you. My bad.
date.
The sentence comes out next month, January 27th. I mean, what kind of time this nigga really facing?
I think he's gonna get 5 to 7.
I don't think he's gonna get anything.
Bro, I'm really so disappointed in
Appeal
this
it?
shit because everything that I was hearing, you know that one lawyer that was like,
yeah.
after
oh,
every trial,
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was sending me
bro,
everything.
it was like
Oh,
the
yeah.
shit that he was saying. It was like I was like, okay, this nigga finna walk free.
That's
bro.
what I was
Like-
thinking. Because
Like,
he was
like he was even like he was just like
He was
so
just like
this,
so
this
chill.
and that, and then it's like he's smiling while
Yeah,
he's
he
saying
was
this shit.
he
Like,
was
he's
making it
just
sound like the
he just like,
he was-
ain't no way Tory's getting
Bruh,
fucking.
That's what I'm saying.
Ain't no way we're getting a guilty trial on this shit. Like, what the fuck is Meg Thee
He was
Stallion
literally
thinking?
making
Like,
it seem as if the prosecutors just looked stupid.
But that's
You know what I'm saying?
but the shit
The
that I'm
only
just
thing that
saying-
could have been a thing is he could have been into like almost like if I tell you something something, and you tell him something, you tell him what I just said. It almost comes off differently.
He was there.
You say she said
Well,
he
I
was
know,
there, wasn't
yeah.
he?
Yeah, he was there. There was multiple. There was even literally a girl who studied criminal justice. I told you about this black girl from Texas, like around Megan's area, and was like, she was on some like, I studied criminal justice. I studied this case, and I'm not. I know everybody wants to be like stand with black women and everything, but this case is fucking bullshit.
Hold
like,
up.
Tory
All right.
is innocent.
Now.
Shit's crazy.
That's
I was
that
like,
Mel
now being-
Grams, whatever.
Nice,
I'm gonna add after you.
Now,
Go ahead.
now, with that being said, that loops right back to everything you had told me yesterday and a little bit earlier today.
What you
where
mean?
About you kind of thinking this might be like a little bit of a conspiracy type of thing.
Oh,
Wow.
It's a setup,
that's
bro.
a whole other thing. Yeah,
You know what I'm
'cause-
saying?
It
So
really
what
seems
I
like
mean,
it.
what y'all really think about that is the real question.
Let me break it down. Megan Thee Stallion has a partnership deal, Rock Nation. Rock Nation, Jay-Z. Jay-Z has a lot of power. Might not look good on Meg if she comes. Yeah, throw this shit up.
The
Might
Rock
not look
boys in the
good
building
on
tonight.
Megan's if she comes up. If Tory actually beats this case with Jay-Z having all the money and power.
Hold up.
Maybe he can move a
I got
couple
another
things
question.
around.
Who is she signed to? Because I don't really fuck with
Nigga,
these
I
new
just
niggas.
He
said
just said
Rock
Rock
Nation.
Nation,
All right,
Jay-Z.
cool. My bad.
Nigga, Illuminati, nigga.
Damn it!
I just wanted that to
Illuminati.
be out there.
Shit, Rob!
I just wanted that to be out there. The Rock Boys was in the building
He just
tonight.
went like this.
Hey.
Are you high? Nigga said, wait, who's he saying?
All right. I gotta say what I
No,
want
go
to
ahead.
say. I'm gonna
Go
say
ahead,
what
bro.
I gotta say about the shit. I'm gonna leave it at that because the shit. I'm annoyed still. Like niggas still drinking Henny over here, man.
Disgusting.
Take my little shit real quick.
The most institutionalized drink, but go ahead.
Okay, so
Nigga shit.
when it comes to this case, I have the problem simply because, bro, it's like there's a few ways to break it down. For me, one is one of my favorite artists, and he's found guilty, but he's found guilty on a case where you don't have any evidence that you could definitively say, yo, Tory Lanez pulled the trigger and shot Megan Thee Stallion. There was never a piece of
Facts.
evidence from what we've seen that said that. The only things that we know that are facts is Megan Thee Stallion was shot. There was a gun. There was a gun that was shot, and that gun was in the
Not laughing at
car.
the fact that she was shot. I'm just
She
saying.
going to hell.
I'm just saying I'm laughing at how passionate he is about this.
Let him
a
go,
fan,
let him
bro.
go, let him go, let him go.
I
let him
know
go.
he is. Just go.
Let him go, let him go.
You blowing my nigga top right now.
All right, so the fact that Megan was shot is a fact. Gun was shot off and it was in the car is a fact. Tory Lanez and Kelsey had gunpowder on them is a fact. The other fact is that Kelsey and Meg were fighting outside the car.
Which she lied about in the beginning.
Because there's a nail on the floor and there's a pendant from a necklace on the floor. So you weren't just pushing and shoving. No, y'all was fist fighting. But like these are the facts that we know.
I didn't hear all that, but go ahead.
There's,
Keep going.
bro, there's
But if we go into the things that we've heard that we don't really know for sure, that we just gonna be like, oh, that's kind of iffy. That creates reasonable doubt, which means you can't find a nigga guilty. There's multiple testimonies. Like I said, the hairstylist say, yo, I saw Kelsey pack her bag. It had a handgun and some mace and all these other things in it. And then kind of find out the gun wasn't even in the back of the trunk anymore. It was in the front of the car. But then when you had the eyewitness Sean Kelly come
saw
out,
that eyewitness shit, bro.
yeah, Sean Kelly, his testimony's kind of iffy, but he's seen the shit.
He said some
He
crazy
say, yo, I seen the two girls outside the car fighting. Okay. Well, where was Tory? He was in the car still. Oh, well, what happened when they was outside the car? They were fighting. Oh, and I saw a flash, which means a gun went off. Okay, that's the only thing that would make a flash and pitch black. Cause what the fuck else? What you got a flashlight, bitch? Fight with a flashlight, ting 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 ting.
One weird, crazy thing he said, I don't know if you heard this, that eyewitness, like seeing it from a balcony or some shit. He said he witnessed two girls fighting at first. It was an argument, of course,
Yes.
and two girls fighting at first. And then he said one girl reached for something, and then you hear boom, boom, like 2 shots, 5 shots total. So you hear boom, boom, then you hear a pause, and then he said he saw
Tory
a
get out.
male,
Yep.
Tory, come over and try to like, it made it seem like she was like, somebody was shooting, and he was like, yo, stop. And then
And he was trying to grab
they were
it
like
and
grabbing like boom, 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 and there were, he said after that he heard 3 more shots. So when I heard that from a
bro,
witness, I was like,
literally from that point, bro, based off what you literally just said, how is a nigga guilty? That proves right there, yo, Kelsey shot or Meg shot herself. Like there's a ruffle for a gun in this whole situation. So you mean to tell me when the first shots went off, Tory was in the car? He said that the bodyguard, the driver and Tory got out the car, and then you seen the other 3 shoot in the air. That he didn't say they shot down, nigga. They shot in the air.
right.
So
how do you have a gun?
Why? Let me just slow y'all down for a second, okay? If Tory did not do it, who did it?
Nigga, we know Kelsey, nigga.
All right, and why is nobody really admitting
Because
from the get go, from
because
this whole
this
thing?
case is a whole flaw.
Push
Like
back.
it's not
Because
even for
she's
justice
not
no more.
on
It's like a
trial.
he say, she
Okay.
say, just trying to make the
The
other
thing
side
is,
look better.
she's not on trial right now, bro. They're talking about Tory being a shooter.
you want to know why, bro?
Yes, I understand.
And
but-
I got multiple questions.
I'm
to
just
add
saying
to
to
that.
go back.
I'll give you your answer.
I
You
got
want your
you,
answer?
but hold
Oh,
on.
we got a narrative.
To go
There go, you go.
to go back to the original, date of when this shit happened. If it's either it's a setup or I'm wondering how the fuck did Tory even get involved in this in terms of like who actually shot it.
This
if he didn't shoot, all right, when cops show up, was he automatically like, yo, they're like, yo, he did it. Everyone's
No.
going like,
I'm about
"Hey,
to
he
tell you.
did it?"
I'm
Or
gonna
this
tell you why.
is
I'm gonna
snowball.
tell you why. I'm telling you. I'm only saying this because I follow this shit. When they pulled over the car, the gun was underneath Tory's feet. So when they pulled over the car, the gun was there. But
yeah.
there's reasons why someone can speculate why the gun was there.
So
Because
I
like
got-
we said, there was a tussle for the gun. So he said, yo, fuck that. You're not getting this gun back because what if she had another clip? He said, yo, he probably threw the gun down like, yo, fuck that.
Let me just make sure I'm getting the story straight, okay? Y'all got to make sure y'all correct me here. So after she was shot, they drove.
Yeah.
And then they were pulled over, and that's when he had the gun. So they drove her with a shot in her, with like a bullet in her foot.
They picked her up and put her in the car.
Got you. And they was taking her to the hospital.
Well, I don't know if they were taking her to the hospital,
I
but they
did
picked
see
her
a
and put her in the
video
car.
where
But they got
she
pulled
out
over
of
because
the
somebody must have
vehicle.
called the cops because they heard a gunshot.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. So let me just, because we can sit here and argue all day about who did this and what. This is why that's why it's in trial. And within music, all right, and hip hop, okay, we know the rules of telling. Does that apply? Does this apply to women?
And this is what I'm gonna say. It doesn't apply to women. It applies to Tory because Tory is a street nigga. So when it comes to Tory is the one that initially got the blame because of the gun. But he's not gonna come out and say, "Yo, Kelsey shot so and so," because that would be snitching on his end, and niggas wouldn't fuck with him.
Is Tory considered a street nigga?
He is.
I kind of thought that too. Like a thing.
He is though.
Think bubble came up in my head.
He is.
Gonna have to do more than.
He might.
Thank you. I was like, that's the first song that came to mind. I was like, that's a breakout hit.
Street
Like
niggas
that
can
ain't no
sing,
street
though.
shit to
Street
me.
niggas can still sing.
But
But how did Tory tell it all?
how did Terrence?
I
we're
wouldn't say he
talking
told it
about-
all because he was supposed to go.
He didn't
on
say
the stand
anything.
and he
No,
didn't.
what
say
I'm
shit.
trying to say is like Meg.
Meg telling.
Yeah, I'm saying with her taking the shit to trial. No, everyone seems to be in support of women doing this and that, which is fine. If that's,
on the
I mean, if they claim to be
All I'm
street
saying is-
niggas, yeah, it's
I get
snitching.
okay. So I guess they just
They're
look at it like that
civilians.
because she's considered a civilian. At this
Yeah,
point.
she's a civilian.
Got you. Okay. Because I was like, how does that work within hip hop in terms of if a nigga snitches, then he's just a snitch versus if a woman snitches, you know what I'm saying? But I guess she didn't put her.
It'd be different if it was like Glorilla and she went up there and snitched. Nigga, hold her accountable. She a street bitch.
Yes, ma'am.
Street bitch.
Street.
That was a street bitch.
That sounds stupid, but
hard.
so all
hard.
right, so going back to this whole conspiracy thing, all right? Because you seem to be kind of big on that earlier.
I'm upset.
What?
That kind of like that you
very
feel like it's the
upset,
rock,
actually.
like you feel like it's Rock Nation.
I just felt like they had their hands in that, like dealing with just maybe paid off some people, maybe
Bro,
allegedly.
I
or
really
just,
feel like they did because
Think
it's
so?
like
Think about the power
if my
Jay-Z had.
DNA's not on that gun, bro. Come on, man.
And I'm sure we all knew
be
and
real.
thought that Tory was gonna be found innocent.
That's what I assumed.
Just the whole. I'm not even trying to be biased.
Yes.
Like maybe Tory.
Yes.
Maybe he
I'm
actually
with
did
you.
the shit to the point where this whole how this trial went. I'm thinking he's gonna be innocent. So just that like slow, just quick movement,
Yeah,
like
and then,
guilty.
and then
I'm
back
like,
to what that
and you saw
lawyer
his-
was posting. Like I'm like, bro, this man ain't no way this man finna get found guilty off of this bullshit.
Even if he did it, yeah. So
I guess the real thing that I get a little confused about is everything that has been presented in front of me regarding this case. There's like I don't see like that he's guilty and I know for a fact he's guilty. You know what I'm saying? There's just so many
Like I said,
Nothing
there's
to
so
point
many
holes,
holes
nigga.
to where I'm like, so what I'm saying is for the people who are saying no, he's guilty, he's fucking guilty. I want to know what is it that they're seeing? Like what are those people
I don't
saying?
see it at all, bro.
You feel me?
Bro,
'Cause
this
it's
is
like
That's my thoughts.
I
I'm
feel like the
and I'm
gunpowder
not
thing.
if you see
should've just
something,
told
that-
everything.
yeah, I'm not against it. Whether you think he's guilty or not, I don't care. My point is just what are they seeing that's making them?
Another thing for
feel
me
like he's
is
guilty.
the red flag for me was when the bodyguard went missing.
Oh yeah,
Making the
That
son's
was- that
bodyguard.
was-
Yeah,
that was
like
weird
that
to me.
was a real red flag for
Yeah.
me. I was like, why this nigga don't wanna,
why
know
you
what I
going
mean?
missing days
Yeah.
before?
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, for real. Like
For-
that nigga, like, it was reported. It was like this
I
nigga's
just-
missing. Like
Yeah.
he's supposed to be testifying today. This nigga's MIA. I was like, that's a real red flag. So it's like, I don't know, bro. That's when the shit was like, well, maybe this nigga might not get off with this shit.
bro. When I
like
look
it
at-
was just so like, I was like, damn, fuck.
So like, bro, the way I look at it is, we look at it from the way we just all talked about, right? But you could look at it from a different perspective. Look at it as, so I don't know if y'all know, but America has this agenda to protect women, but
sure?
at the cost of black men, they try to protect black women. So I feel like the conviction was already, I feel like it was already gonna be guilty regardless if they had proof or didn't.
So you feel like this was a political ploy?
Yes, bro. I feel like this was. Granted, I'm not saying the jurors were political, but I feel like the verdict was dictated behind that. Like
Oh, yeah,
I feel like it played a role into that.
That goes
bro,
back to my theory.
Think about it, bro. It's been 2 years. They didn't pick a jury until over. It's been a while.
I got you, but I guess I'm not going against you. I'm just I'm not disagreeing with you. Only thing I'm asking is if that's the case, then like that. I feel like y'all gotta realize this is Tory Lanez.
Doesn't
Y'all
matter.
realize this? Hold
Yes.
up.
It doesn't.
This is
The
Tory.
niggas on jury don't care.
I got you. Listen
ahead.
to me for a second, all right? This is Tory Lanez. This is not fucking Barack Obama. I'm just so confused as to like why we think that this case is this as deep as it really is for a nigga like Tory Lanez. I don't know. I just don't see it
I kind of feel bad
for
the man
for
right
for
now,
this
bro.
nigga. This like I compare that to like I don't know.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, just like another whatever other B-list celebrity you
Honestly,
can think
bro,
of
I feel
that
like
this happens to.
I feel like any
feel
nigga
me?
that's living wild right now and just like, you know what I mean, going out with these bitches and getting turned and putting themselves in situations around weapons and shit like that where this can happen, bro, I feel like you should be thinking about this shit right now, bro. Because if that can happen to a millionaire like Tory Lanez, it's like, nigga, they can brush you off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that shit can easily happen to somebody that's just a regular ass nigga on the street, ain't got no pool or nothing like that. I just feel bad for the nigga, bro, honestly. It's like, this shit is just, it's tough, bro.
You feel bad because you genuinely feel like you didn't do it.
I really do, because it's like, what evidence points to that he absolutely did it?
Whatever- apparently,
On
whatever
all
evidence
3
was in the
counts,
trial, I
bro.
guess.
3 counts.
I guess
You got
so.
me guilty.
Let's
3
talk
counts?
about what we think actually probably happened that night.
To me, from all the information gathered, of course, I don't know who actually gun was it, but it's pointing
Just
to
what
the
happened.
fact that it was just Kelsey and Meg arguing over some, you know what I mean, some hoe shit, and they was turned. You know what I mean? You get violent. Some people get violent on the drink and shit like that. I don't know what time it was, but I guess it could probably be like somewhere in the midnight or whatever.
Yeah.
What time was it? Okay, cool. So they was turned. You know what I mean? So bitches is arguing this shit. Bitch, I'ma kill you and all this shit and that. You know how bitches get. Black women. And
Whoa.
What
yeah,
the
bro.
fuck?
Black women get like that.
What?
Black women get like that. White chicks do, but you know what I mean? So forth. Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
So you said black woman? Okay. What?
Bro, I'm from the hood, bro. Don't play me like that, bro. Black women do some fucking deceiving ass shit. Yeah, absolutely. They gonna look for that get.
Okay, hold on. No,
bullshit.
let's.
But-
nah, that's you just made.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a very, very.
I
very,
get it.
Nah,
I get it.
I don't get that. I need you to explain it to me. All right,
To a certain extent.
and slow it down for a second. All right, because now we get into something way deeper. All right, that's a fucking
Okay, listen,
powerful
bro.
statement.
All in
Listen,
general,
Alright?
black women.
So
Listen, bro.
let me
Think-
stop you
think
right
about
there.
this.
Hold
I'm-
up before you
Go
continue.
ahead.
Let me just ask you this, okay? So if black women do that, all right, what do white women do?
I said white women do that too.
So,
But
you made emphasis on black women in that.
But
Okay.
black women have the more, from my experience, from what I'm seeing through my own eyes, because that's the only way I get it. I give you a small win right here. So think about the concept of child support. Say you have a chick, y'all living good, you know what I mean? You giving her everything and more, and shit
Okay.
just turns sour. Y'all have a baby, and you like, all right, this ain't working out for me. I want to go over here with this chick. She gon', you know what I mean? Like basically, somebody else is stealing you from that relationship. So you branch off, and this chick puts you on child support just because she wants to be with you, and you don't want to be with her. And she has that ill will from the relationship that, you know what I mean? Oh, this nigga just dogged me out, all this and that. This nigga's over here with this bitch and doing this, all this other shit.
Nigga,
You
any
get what I'm
race
saying?
does
That?
I was gonna say that's any race.
Any
dude.
race does
Yeah.
that. You hear
But
stories about it.
right,
Maybe more
right.
of black women in I guess
Exactly.
this
That's exactly what I'm
area,
saying.
I guess,
That's
but
exactly
I've
what
been-
I'm saying.
I think
That's exactly what I'm
I
saying.
think that's Rob going based off of his own
That's
particular
the only way I'm getting it through my eyes, bro.
experiences.
Only way I'm getting it through my eyes, bro.
Okay, well,
But-
all right. Well, I'm
And
not
that's
gonna,
just happened so many times in the black community.
I
but
won't touch on that too much more, just because that's a whole different conversation. That's gonna.
I
sway
just
us
feel
away from
like black women have more jealousy than white women.
that. More jealous.
I feel like more white women can walk away from
I'm
a
a-
situation like that, from being treated wrong and, you know, basically being, you know, unquoted, dogged out in a relationship than black women. Am I wrong? Am I wrong for saying that?
I think they handle it different ways.
Exactly, but
I'ma
I feel like
white
a black
women
woman
disagree with
I
that.
feel like a black woman is just gonna do.
I'm
you
gonna
fucking
respectfully
dirty.
disagree with that.
Okay, cool.
Me too.
I ain't lying. I
Handle
ain't
it
mad at
different
y'all.
ways. I
Yes.
feel like if we want to get super stereotypical here, I feel like the black woman is gonna be like maybe finesse you on some child support, whatever the fuck you want to say. But I feel like white women, they're gonna like probably like kill you type, like be on some like Percocets and wine, like some like sociopath type shit. So every race has its negative side. Is my main
Yes,
point.
yes.
If we want
But-
to take it to that
But
stereotype.
through my eyes, from the shit that I know,
cannot hear you,
yeah,
Mike.
from the shit that I know,
think it's the way y'all was.
Turned it on you.
I know that black women can.
I
can
think
get
it was
that
the way
get
y'all
back.
was raised compared to like
No.
how Rob came up in his surroundings, how I was raised, and
I was
how
gonna
when
make
I
that
came
point.
up around.
Thank you.
It's different. Like Leroy, not saying he didn't. He clearly him and Robert from the same place, but Leroy's mom got out, so like he didn't grow up seeing what Rob seen. You didn't. You definitely didn't grow up seeing what Rob and Leroy seen.
That's still.
No, but the brother
Still
different.
a powerful statement. Either way, though,
Because I can agree, and I grew up around black women, nigga. I'm a
I got you, but listen though,
angry black women.
And that's the point. Like
I'm speaking on experience. Though.
Okay.
Like,
Me too.
I don't want to put it out and just like,
of course,
drop
I
no
understand
names and no shit.
I'm gonna say, are you talking about all?
I can
black
think
girls?
about like literally 5 situations, like people that I actually know that are like holding on to shit that happened 30, 40 years ago,
yeah,
bro.
and that's what I said. You going
And
based
like
off of your
are
experience.
literally like trying to be like, I want
that.
revenge on this.
That's
nigga.
why I said I can't say I've experienced that, so I have to
That's cool.
respectfully disagree with you.
I'm not.
That's on you.
That's cool.
I can't get with that. But listen,
I understand.
regardless of that, I didn't even want to go down that rabbit hole of that because that's a whole other conversation that we can have
But
on a separate time. But listen,
honestly, I just feel like this is just. Go ahead.
check me out, though. All right, going back to this case. Okay, I don't know what the overall motive was. I'm not gonna turn this into a black and white type of thing because I personally don't believe it's that deep into it. I don't even think this thing is that deep as you think it is. For whatever y'all said that happened that night, clearly it don't really matter because the nigga guilty apparently.
He's not guilty.
All right,
He's innocent.
Whatever we said. Okay.
Appeal, nigga.
Bro, just even
So
hearing that.
now,
shit is-
Bro, you
all right,
sound crazy
now,
saying
now,
that
Rob,
shit.
now, okay.
Go ahead.
We
Talk to me.
said, and I mentioned this because I saw a comment because Rob had said he felt bad for Tory. Now, how do we feel for Meg?
Fuck her.
Why?
Fuck you mean? Nigga, I don't need to explain
honestly,
that.
bro, like
Nigga.
before the trial even like got so deep and then they went into details about this shit, I was like, I feel like somebody's being protected in this shit.
Tory was
like,
protecting everybody.
like my antennas went up and I was like, somebody's being protected in this shit.
Tory could have came out.
I
and
just
been
feel like
check so-and-so.
I just feel like Tory is the fall guy in this. Whether it's proven or not, I just feel like he's just the obvious, just point your fingers, motherfucker, you did it. Whether Meg and Kelsey are, you know what I mean, defending what the fuck actually happened that night, because I got other theories of what the fuck actually happened that night. I think that those two were arguing and the gun went off and, you know what I mean, shit just got
That was my initial.
Shit just got ill, bro, and they just looked at Tory and was like, "Hey, nigga, you going down for this shit? Fuck that,
That's
bitch.
you think.
You shot Meg in the foot and all this shit." That's what I think happened. Because I mean, it's like, nigga, you ain't got your DNA on the gun. Kelsey got more gunpowder than you, so how the fuck am I on trial?
Literally, bro. I thought I told you they found a gun in
Talk
between
to
his
me
legs.
about that. How the fuck am I on
They
trial?
only tried him for the case because he's the man in the car. The gun was in between his legs,
Dick
and
and
they
balls.
found gunpowder on both of them. But they charged him instead because he's the man in the car. Literally, bro, I'm telling you, it's
And
a
the
bias.
gun-
It's
and
a
the gun was
biased
under
ass
well,
investigation.
Okay.
Supposedly,
All right.
supposedly,
So
the gun was under.
okay.
Because if it was roles were reversed and the gun was in between Kelsey's legs, they wouldn't have looked at him.
What is the end result of this? What do
Yeah.
you think he's
Where we going
going to
now?
sentence appeal wise? What do you think he's going to get in the end of this?
I just feel for the brother, bro, because I like
Nigga,
literally.
I got you. I
Wait,
understand you,
they don't
nigga. We understand you feel for
He's
him.
facing
Where are you?
22
Where is he
years.
going
Let
with
me
this?
finish, though.
Where
Let
is
me
the end?
Facing 22 years, what do you think he's going to get?
I think
Yeah.
he's gonna get 10 and he's gonna appeal and he's gonna walk free.
There you go.
What you think, Rob?
I just think that it's just not looking good.
This nigga's-
Like,
Black women.
I can't give you a prediction of what's gonna happen because
He don't know. All right, Leroy.
the fucking justice system sucks. Honestly,
At this point, I see him. Who said? One of y'all said 5 to 7
Me.
earlier. I think that was you. I'm seeing that.
I'm going to predict 5
I
to
feel
7.
like
Yeah,
maybe
I'm
I don't think he's
gonna
gonna do no
take
jail time.
And
honestly.
deportation.
I don't. I'd be really upset if he did some jail time.
We already
What you talking
like-
about? He gonna do some jail time. It looks like, bro. He guilty.
But I don't know,
talking
man.
about?
Niggas get off on some shit.
I understand, but nigga, we
Like
way
back to the
way
Gunna,
further than getting
back
off.
to the
nigga.
Gunna and Young Thug shit. Did you
Alright.
ever think that them niggas was gonna get out the way it was looking?
Yeah,
them
nigga,
niggas had 3
But
appeals.
nigga,
Gunna was.
lost
they-
all of them.
I got you, but no, these niggas didn't have. They asked for bond. That's a whole different thing.
Wrap it
All
up,
I'm gonna
then.
say is we're gonna wrap this up, and that's
some
we'll leave it
respect
at
on
that. We appreciate y'all tuning in. This is a crazy one. Thank y'all for listening and tuning in for another episode, another Paid Day Off podcast. Just like that, we out. Blah.
Appreciate y'all niggas having me on, by the way.